You want to come over here? I ain't gonna worry with you. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, child. If you want to sit there and be my protector, you go right on ahead and do that. Hey, girl. Hey, Phoenix. Honey, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about on this day of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Tuesday. We got a whole lot to talk. Let me put my earrings on. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. Oh, I'm glad to see my moderators here, just in case it gets spicy. Because you know these people, they do not like to hear the truth, girl. And when they hear the truth, they get all mad. They get mad and want to cuss you out and stuff. And I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shame the devil. And I'm gonna shame the devil by telling the truth, child. So let me see who here. Gizmo here. Gizmo is here today. He is down for whatever. Y'all see he posted. Why my phone won't come on? I done turned my phone off, y'all. He posted, okay? He said he is down for whatever. Whoever tried his mama today is gonna catch it. Gizmo. He said, yeah. Try his mama if you want to. Gizmo said, I ain't come here to play with y'all today. Y'all know Gizmo ain't worth a dime. Here, boy. Hold on. Lay down. Lay down. Um, so we got a couple of things that we got to talk about because it's a lot going on, child. It is a lot going on. Tracy showed up yesterday at the subway with a hammer. Tracy went to the subway yesterday. They mad, y'all. They mad. Why they mad, y'all? Why they mad? They mad. Tracy done showed up down to the subway with a hammer because I guess she had got into it with somebody on YouTube named Honey. I can't keep up with all these beefs. I can't. But honey, when I got back last night from the movies, and they said that Tracy then showed up down to the subway with a hammer, I was like, no, no, Tracy. I know Tracy ain't did that. Tracy ain't showed up down to the subway with a hammer, did she? So I went to Tracy's channel, and Tracy is down there, done drove her little car down to the subway and got out with a hammer, child. Tracy was like, I'm tired of y'all. I am sick and tired of you people coming for me. Tracy had that hammer. Play with me if you want to. Y'all gonna get tired. These people on YouTube. Y'all killing me, okay? Y'all are providing that type of entertainment that you could. I couldn't find my hammer. So I had to draw one. Tracy showed up with a hammer. Oh my God. I couldn't find my hammer. We got one in the house somewhere. But I couldn't find my husband's tools. So I had to draw a hammer. I had to draw a hammer because I couldn't find my husband's hammer. Tracy showed up down. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh my God, I have asthma. Okay, I can't laugh like that. Jesus, help me, Lord. Tracy showed up down to the subway because she got mad at what a subscriber said on YouTube. A troll. She got mad at a troll. This is not even a real person. This is somebody that uses their username is Honey. Tracy, what's wrong, sweetheart? Like you really got that mad at a troll that you showed up down. Now this makes for good content. I don't know if Tracy is trying to get on a reality show or what is going on, but this makes for good content, okay? Tracy showed up down to the subway with her hammer because a troll has been bothering her. What's what's wrong, people? People. Oh my God. Okay. I'm about to make my own stomach hurt. Let me stop because I'm gonna be then have to use my asthma inhaler behind Tracy. Let me leave Tracy alone. Okay. We're gonna talk about this 5 day thing. We're gonna save that for last because I want to do my call-ins with the 5 day. We're gonna have some call-ins today too. I'm gonna put the number up in a minute. I can't put the number up now because usually as soon as I put the number up, the phone starts ringing. So I'm gonna put the number up um, when I want y'all to call in. That's gonna be after I finish talking about this other part that we're gonna talk about. So Lil Boosie, Bootsy, Boosie, one of them rappers, Lil Boosie released a statement today about Dwayne Wade's son. And Lil Boosie is thinking, and I have not heard this anywhere, that Dwayne Wade has approved for his son to have sexual reassignment surgery. I think Lil Boosie don't understand that you can be transgender without actually, changing everything. Like, all transgenders don't have the sexual reassignment surgery. All of them don't. Some of them do, but all of them don't. That is not what Dwayne Wade has said on any of the interviews. I think right now, um, the child, has decided to change the name to a more feminine name and is probably just going to, change the outward appearance. But Lil Boosie got, you know, did this emotional plea for Dwayne Wade not to allow the son to, have the other, when, have his parts cut off. And, Lil Boosie using body parts and, all this kind of stuff, saying that when he gets older, he's going to need those body parts because he could change his mind. So, of course, the LGBTQIA community has come forward, and they are dragging Lil Boosie, talking about he's homophobic and all of this stuff. And my thing is, why can't we have a conversation around LGBT um, subjects without being labeled homophobic? Like, where does homophobia begin and end? If straight people are not allowed to even have a conversation about the LGBT community, how can we support you? If we can't even talk about you without being labeled homophobic. Because I follow a lot of people that are in that community, and a lot of them I enjoy their content. If I was homophobic, I wouldn't follow you. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even look at you. I wouldn't follow you on Instagram because a lot of these people that I follow, they don't even follow me back. You see what I'm saying? So if I was homophobic, I wouldn't even be trying to watch you. I would stay as far away from you as possible. Now, one person in particular is Malibu Dollface. And so Malibu Dollface is very mad. I mean, big mad. But Malibu Dollface gets extremely upset whenever there is a LGBT subject, that comes up on the Shade Room or, any of these media outlets. Malibu gets really offended. So people in his on his Instagram were asking him, like, how do we have a conversation, or how do we support you if every time someone says something you say, oh, well, you homophobic, you hate gays, this is how you feel anyway? How do we have a conversation? I mean, we can't have an opinion about, the Dwayne Wade situation. Dwayne Wade has put this out there for everyone to know. He has been on every morning talk show, Good Morning America, uh, uh, Good Night America, Good Afternoon America, and everything else. He wants us to know. And I think he wants us to know this so that we can have a conversation around it. Am I wrong? Just because and I know, okay, don't get me wrong. I know that there are some homophobic people. I know that. But there are also people like myself who just want to talk about the situation. Is my okay. There are people like myself who just want to talk about the situation and kind of agree with Lil Boosie about children being put into, being allowed to do these type of things at such a young age, their brain is not even completely developed. Your brain doesn't even develop completely until you are 28 years old. And I have where they have transitioned and young, and then when they got older, realized that they made a mistake. Now, I don't have a problem with um, them, allowing the child to, maybe um, dress more feminine if, that's the thing. The only problem I have is taking hormones, which alters the body, and having surgery at a very young age. That is my only problem. And it that has nothing whatsoever to do with homophobia. That has to do with understanding mental health and understanding that a 12-year-old child is not able to make those type of decisions that will last a lifetime, because we don't allow 12-year-olds to drink alcohol. We don't allow 12-year-olds to smoke cigarettes. We don't allow 12-year-olds to get tattoos. We don't allow 12-year-olds to drive cars. So why then would we allow them to make a life altering decision about their body? That's a question. But the majority of the people in that community are so upset and angry and think that everybody is trying to hurt them. Nobody's trying to hurt you. We trying to be your friend. But we can't be your friend because you so mad. You so angry. We can't even have a decent adult conversation around this subject. And I really believe that Dwayne Wade brought all of this out to the forefront so that people could talk about it. Because he could have just, kept his son hidden and not let nobody know what was going on. But I think he brought it to the forefront so we could all have an intelligent conversation. But I see it's really difficult for some people to have an intelligent conversation. Like, y'all so mad, we can't even talk. So Paris said, it's young, but you feel in your heart as a gay, I shouldn't be a male or female. Some people naturally gravitate more towards feminine energy or vice versa. Okay, I understand that part, but I'm not talking about feminine or male energy. I'm talking about taking hormones and having surgeries that can change a person's life forever. T Shed 81 said, didn't Cher's son realize that he wanted to back he wanted to back to being a woman in his 20s? I do think the surgery should be done when the individual is an adult. Yeah, I'm not really sure about Cher's son. I didn't really follow that closely, so I'm not really sure. They need to learn that everyone isn't going to accept or approve of everything they do, but just because people disagree doesn't mean that they're homophobic. Right? That's my only thing. Just because I have an opinion doesn't mean that I'm homophobic. Or just because I don't agree with what's going on doesn't mean I'm homophobic. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt. And trust me, I do know that people in that community go through a lot. I'm very understanding of, you know, what they have went through. I have a brother who, at one point thought that he wanted to be um, transgender, And he changed his mind and went back to being male because it was, I think it was a little bit more stressful or a lot more work that he had to put into it. And he made that decision after, he was an adult when he did that. So, I mean, I just think that I really believe that 12 is, too young to make a decision when it comes to altering the body. Now, let me say this. Dwayne Wade has not said that, you know, the child was going to have surgery. So I think Lil Boosie kind of jumped the gun on that one, or maybe he doesn't understand that you don't have to have the surgery. Like a lot of transgenders do keep their body parts. I don't think that Lil Boosie understood that part of the whole situation. It really sounds like he thinks that, Dwayne Wade's did I keep saying son? I'm so sorry if I keep saying son. I don't want to misgender. So Dwayne Wade's daughter is there has not been anything said about surgery. So I think that Lil Boosie is kind of misunderstanding the whole thing. And I think that if somebody was able to just, tell him that, hey, it hasn't gotten that far, but tell him in an adult way, then maybe he would understand it. But all of the people that I have seen so far talking about this whole situation on on social media are mad. I mean, just angry, like super angry. And I just don't understand why can't we just have a conversation about this in an adult way without being labeled as homophobic? We're just trying to understand what's going on. I think there are ways to discuss without being disrespectful. A lot of people want license to be disrespectful and they won't even try to learn. Yeah, but I have seen some people in the comment section trying, just like in Malibu Dollface comment section, people were asking legitimate questions. And instead of Malibu Dollface answering the questions, everything was a clapback. You could tell that Malibu Dollface is just already mad or upset, but these are your subscribers. These are people that follow you because this was Malibu Dollface Instagram thread. So these are not just random people from the shade room. These are people that follow you, talking to you as the person. And you mad at you clapping back at people that are your fans or your subscribers because they ask you a decent question? I don't understand that. That kind of stuff is crazy to me. Everybody don't hate you, okay? Everybody don't hate you, child, just because, you're feminine or whatever. But we have questions. And I don't think that you should be that angry with your subscribers, but you want support. How can we support you if you heck a mad? Like how? Paris said at the same time, I do think he should wait until at least 16. 16 is still a child. Maddie said the other on her live that it's people that wish they didn't. I think you meant cut their off. So I think they should wait until he's 18 years, because if you like men and you born a man, you still gay. All you have to type in on you transitioned. Why I transitioned. We all experience prejudice in some ways. When we, as black women, voice our sensitivity about issues that involve us, we're labeled as the mad black woman. That's always. I wonder if that transgender Jazz got the, yeah, Jazz did get the surgery. Jazz got the complete surgery and had a lot of complications after. A lot of complications because the surgery is way more complex than just the removal of the penis. Way more complex than that. Because I guess they have to reroute the ureter and all of that kind of stuff. Because believe it or not, women and men are made differently down there. You know, where we urinate, the way we urinate, all of that is totally different. You know, their urine comes through the penis, through I guess the ureter and all of that kind of stuff. Ours don't do that. Ours come through the bladder, from the bladder to the vagina is extremely different. So they have to, when they have the surgery, they have to figure out after they, the penis is removed, figure out, a way for the urine to come through the vagina that they have reconstructed for them. So yeah, it ain't no easy task. And nerves and all of that kind of stuff, have to be joined and connected and all of that. So it's not just, cut it off and everything is going to be fine. I mean, you got to cut it off and build a vagina that, looks at least as close to the regular vagina, as a woman's vagina, because then you're going to look down there and see something that you don't like. It's not going to look like you thought it was going to look. And then, the person starts to have other issues because it ain't going to look exactly like maybe ones that you, your friends, or, ones that you see in porn or whatever, because that one is built. And then people start having problems about that. Okay, well, it didn't look like I thought it was going to look. It didn't perform the way, that I thought it was. It's not this, it's not that. And then there's another problem. And see, kids don't understand that. They don't understand that. They can't understand that. They don't have the mental capacity to understand that just because you cut off what you were born with, you're not going to have exactly what someone else has even after surgery. And then the body has to heal, like they have to remove the penis, the you gotta heal, and then vagina has to be formed and made, and they say you gotta put something in there to keep to keep it open, or it will collapse and close. And oh my God, the way Jazz was talking about that, you can go back and look at some of those videos, like when she got out the hospital from having the surgery. It looked like she could barely walk. Don't nobody want their kids to go through that, but you don't understand that it's serious. It's a huge surgery. Yeah, when the doctor makes the hole, they have to keep a metal tampon looking thing inside them so the wound don't heal shut for penetration. Right. I know that this video is gonna get demonetized, y'all. So we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. And if y'all want to hit the Cash App, do that, because anytime you talk about LGBT issues or anything like that, those videos are automatically demonetized. So if you can do that, because I know how YouTube is. They don't want you to gear videos towards kids, but then when you talk about adult situations, they demonetize your video. I just want to throw that out there. But yes, that is true. Yimiya. You have to put they have to put something in there to keep it open, because if they don't, then it will close. And then I guess what they put in there to keep it open is uncomfortable for them to sit and walk and everything, because of course they're not used to that feeling. We don't have to walk around with something inside of us to keep our vagina from sealing itself, because it ain't gonna do that. It's not meant to just, you know, lock up and close like that. Even if you're not, having sex on a regular basis, when you do have sex, it'll be like, oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. It's gonna open up. But yeah, but see, most people don't know that because they haven't looked into the surgery. I Am Jazz was the first person that really talked about what the surgery was like. Had on the show, the doctors, you know they talked to the doctors and all of that stuff. So that was the first time that I really got a glimpse of how intense and detailed that surgery really is. So yeah, it ain't no joke. But I'm telling you, if you go on YouTube, you could see so many videos of people saying that they hate the fact that they had the surgery. They hate that. They wish that they hadn't did it, and how painful it was, and how it didn't work. After they got it, they still, were not able to have sex the way that they thought they would. It wasn't what they thought it was going to be. And I don't understand why we can't have a conversation around that if we're supposed to be supporting people. I'm not sure if Lady Hathor, I'm not sure if he regretted the surgery, because I ain't really follow his case either. So I can't really say. I can't say if he regretted it. I mean, I know he had the entire surgery, but I'm not really sure. I can't say if he regretted the surgery. But if you know of an article, I will look and see. Gimme, I said, imagine what happens when it closes. Well, when it closes, they have to go back to the doctor, because I think that's what happened to I Am Jazz. I think hers closed. Um, and she had to go back and have another procedure done to have it reopened. The size of those metal tampons increase in size too. Oh, really? How large can they get? How large can what get, Beautiful Magic? The hole? I don't know, child. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Yemaya. A lot of them have had depression, bouts of depression after the surgery. I took it upon myself to research and learn. I learned from LGBTQIA. Decided to offer knowledge. I liken it to having white folks ask about me. I mean, really, that's the only way you can learn because a lot of people in the community are so sensitive. Like you can't even ask. Um, you can't even ask them a question you know, without them getting extremely upset. And I don't. I try not to even talk about that kind of stuff to people because, like the people that I follow on Instagram, I try to, I don't talk about that. Like, I didn't even say anything about the little Boosie situation because, I do, the people that I do follow on Instagram that are in that community, like I like them. And so I know that that's a touchy situation. And I don't really want to say anything because, people do take that kind of stuff out of context. And I have been called homophobic in the past. And that kind of stuff irritates me. So I just try not to talk about it on other people's platform. Now, if I want to talk about it on my platform, I feel like, that's fine. Like if they come over here and say something, you came to me. I didn't come to your platform to say anything. So, that's the call in number. And we are going to be talking about that situation with Miss Five Babe and the and the slave masters thinking that we have the best vagina in the world. And what's funny is you can tell the people that are for you, but see, it's about to be a fallout. We waiting. It's about to be a fallout because Jay Wilson and Fabe about to fall out in a minute. As soon as Fabe see that video that Jay Wilson posted, they gonna have some problems because had that been anybody else that said what Five Babe said, it would have been a huge issue. Jay Wilson talks about Nicole Tyler because she sits in McDonald's parking lot to get free Wi-Fi. Now, if you can talk about somebody because they getting Wi-Fi and something as stupid as that, you can't talk about what Five Babe said. And so I saw, today she posted a video. Oh Lord. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail. Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, this is Phyllis. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Turn me down in the background. Turn it down so I can hear.
Let me turn that down. Is that better?
I think so. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, girl.
Because I came on and I caught you guys kind of late and everything. So, but it sounds like a pretty interesting topic with, what you're discussing.
Is this my Phyllis?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay, girl.
Yes, this is me.
Oh, okay. I don't know what y'all voices sound like, child.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's
I'm doing
good.
good. I can't complain. I cannot complain.
So you saw the video that I did about Fire Babe, right?
No, ma'am, I hadn't watched it yet, but I probably need to go so I can get a gist of what's exactly going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta go watch that video.
My grandbabies, they here, and I'm enjoying them.
Oh.
And my daughter and stuff, yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just relaxing out here. It's kind of cloudy out here and stuff. So, you know, of course, you know how the fibro do when it's, you know, kind of cold. My fibro, yeah. But I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, sweetie. Well, I'm glad you called.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna call in some more. I like this.
Okay.
I think it's great. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, baby.
All right. Now, the next number, that will be my number. But no, because then I'm going to call back again.
Okay. All right, sweetie. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all know I don't know nobody's voice. I know Cola's voice because she has called more than once. I kind of know her voice. But y'all know the majority of y'all. I don't know y'all voices. I'm like, is this my Phyllis? She said Phyllis. I'm thinking it's, you know, because I do get people called that, you know, I don't really know. Is that my thing?
Huh?
That's yours? That's the one I gave you? I'm talking to you right now.
Oh. Yeah. I missed my hammer.
Oh. Okay, so she did post a video this morning. And I guess she is basically saying kind of like it was a joke, or what I was trying to say is that everybody is attracted to the black woman. Okay, so you had to go all the way back to slavery to make the point that everybody is attracted to the black woman? Because once you go all the way back there, I mean, you could have just said in 2020, everybody is attracted to the black woman. Why did you have to go back to slavery and say that the slave masters would pick the black woman over the white woman? You said, these are your words, that the slave masters would see us in the field and, you know that we had, from the looks of us, know that we had the good cootie cat. And so that was what made them want to have sex with us. That's what you said. Okay? So that has nothing to do with the fact that people in 2020 are attracted to the black woman. Because I'm sorry, I do not believe, you're not going to be able to convince me that when the slave master came into the slave quarters at night, he was thinking about how good when he left his wife and came into the slave quarters. You can't convince me that he was doing that because he thought the cootie cat was good. You're not going to be able to convince me of that, because not only did the slave masters rape the women, they raped the men also. Okay? So, did he think that the men had good cootie cat too? Because that's what was going on. This was about power and disrespect, and the fact that back then, women, especially black women, weren't even considered people. We were like animals to them, and they treated us as such. And I know Miss Fabe thinks that, oh, the cootie cat runs the world. And if you have a cootie cat, you on top of the world. And it's power and the cootie cat and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, there is some level of power down there. But the cootie cat ain't running the world, girl. Because if it was, why you been sitting around for 6 years waiting on a man to marry you? You must not have the good cootie 6 long years. So what? Is your cootie cat slipping? Look like what? Help me out. On Valentine's Day, Miss Bomb Cootie Cat was sitting in front of the camera talking about it's been 6 long years. What's the name of that video? Valentine's Day. She was sitting in front of her camera eating strawberries. The name of that video is Babe Nation News, Broken Heart Edition. Now, if you got that bomb ass cootie cat, as she say, why would you on Valentine's Day be drinking wine and eating strawberries by yourself? Riddle me that. Huh? I need somebody to explain that to me. Valentine's Day, you on YouTube playing Jeopardy with your subscribers. If you had that bomb ass cootie cat, you should have been with a man, right? Am I right? If I'm wrong, tell me. Tell me if I'm wrong. You got that cootie cat that would have drove the slave masters crazy. But on Valentine's Day, you was drinking wine and eating chocolate covered strawberries by yourself. You said that you've been with a man for 6 long years and he ain't proposed. Well, that don't make. I'm not putting that puzzle is not coming together. What? How? I need y'all to explain it to me. Can you? Can you explain it to me? I need you to. Did the bomb blow up? Or did it fizzle out? Did it what is it defective or what? What happened? Because if it's the bomb, ain't nowhere in the world on Valentine's Day, the day of love, you sitting at home making YouTube videos. Talking about how it's been 6 long years and this man ain't proposed to you. What? You been in a relationship with somebody for 6 years and they ain't asked you to marry? Nope. I don't get it. Give me y'all say, right. It's funny when a woman brags on how amazing her kitty is, but can't get a man or a husband. Because kitty ain't gonna get you no man. Okay? You gotta have a whole lot more than a bomb kitty to get a husband. You know why? Because there's too many kitties running around out there. Everybody got one. Every woman on this planet got one.
What do you want?
Some salad stuff and a salad and a sandwich. Where you going? I thought you was just gonna run over there to Safeway.
Okay.
Just get some salad stuff and then give me a. Okay. Bring me a Sprite. What did the brown bomber say? Gosh, I missed it. What did they say? Shula King call it Illuminati coochie. Shula King is funny to me. I watched your video about this subject and you are correct. Thank you, Crazy T5000. He was being annoying. Said Valentine is pagan. Well, Valentine is pagan. He was telling the truth. If that's what he said. Wasn't there a massacre on Valentine's Day? Like the original Valentine's Day, wasn't there like a massacre and a lot of people got killed on that day or something? I don't know. I don't feel like looking it up. I probably could. But I mean, you know what's crazy to me though is I know that Friday has a nice following. You know what I mean? And I'm not hating on nobody that has a following. And when you have a following like that, of course your subscribers are, going to get some sugar. Okay. Well, just give me a salad and a sandwich. Um, I know that she has a lot of subscribers that follow her. But you don't have one person that follows you that can tell you the truth and say, girl, we kind of get what you were trying to say, but the way you said it didn't make any sense. Like, not one person could come out in her camp and say, you probably kind of should have said that a different way. Like, I kind of understand what you was trying to say. Like, she was trying to big up the black woman. I understand that. But what she said made absolutely no sense. And I'm not going to let you can't just slide into that. Like it's all good. You can't do that. Because that was ridiculous. It was ignorant. A lot of stuff she says is really ignorant. Like one day I was listening to her and she was like, yeah, even my daughter, when she be listening to, my daughter watches these videos and she's more intelligent than you guys are. So you sitting up letting a 9-year-old daughter listen to you cuss people out and they cussing and carrying on and you allow your 9-year-old daughter to watch the drama here on YouTube and then brag about it. Like, I blocked my granddaughter because I didn't want her to be involved in this stuff. Because for one, I felt like people was getting too friendly with her. And, when she would drop down in the chat, people would be, talking to her and stuff. And I just didn't like that. And then, people started leaving comments about her that were like inappropriate and stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna nip all this in the bud. I blocked her from commenting in my chat. Now she can come, but you just can't see her. She's not blocked from the channel. She's just blocked from commenting. So she probably in the bushes. Okay, okay. She probably in the bushes. Not now, because she at school. But like, okay, I don't know what's going on, y'all. We having a bad day today. And the weather is perfect. I'm looking at the router. I don't know what's going on. But I got kicked all the way off just then, but it came back. I just don't think that children should, be involved in adult situations. Because Five Babes channel, this all this cussing and, B's and H's and all kind of stuff that she say, why would she, for one, why would you want to exude all of that type of energy in your house around your child? All that cussing and carrying on and stuff that she be doing, especially at night, because, maybe during the day the child is at school, but at night the child is there and they seem to be in a smaller apartment. So I'm pretty sure that the child can hear you. Like, we are in a townhouse. And even if I'm upstairs making a video, my husband can still hear me sometimes. Because a few times after I made the video and came downstairs or whatever, he was like, Who was you cussing out? And I'll be like, oh, I wasn't cussing out nobody. And he was like, well, it sounds like it. So I know if you're in an apartment that is only one level, like, the bedrooms and everything is on the same level, that child can hear you. All that cussing and negativity, if you don't think that kind of stuff, the child is not feeling that type of energy. And if you always on 7 or 8, cussing and you don't know me, and I do this and I do that and I'm this and I'm that, you don't think that type of energy don't roll over to you when you get off camera? Cause it's like she stay on 7 at least. She at least on 7 all the time. That affects you. That affects you. That affects your child. Your child feels that energy. She can't help it. The child is probably in the room like, God, who mama cussing out today? You feel that energy. When my granddaughter is here and I make YouTube videos, I try to keep them light and fun. I try to do things that are, because I don't want her to feel, any type of negative energy. I don't want her to get that from me. I don't want her to, see. Come here, Poochie. Come on. I don't want her to, to get that type of, and I'm just her grandmother. If I was her mother, there is definitely no way in the world that I would allow my child to be around that type of energy every day. Because if you don't think that little girl go to school and be cussing and, she can't help it. She see her mama doing it all the time. Drinking and everything else. My granddaughter has never seen me or my husband drink. Now, she may have seen a picture of something on Instagram, where the two of us, may have went out to dinner or brunch or something, and had a mimosa. She may have seen a picture, but like around us, she ain't never seen us drink. She's never seen us smoke. Nothing. Well, my husband don't smoke. Every now and then I do. We ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, it's just certain things that I don't think a child should be privy to. And you cussing out people on a regular basis is one of those things. I don't think that children should be around that type of negative energy. And Miss Fabe, she can get mad and she can cuss me out and carry on as much as she wants to. But I'm gonna speak the truth. Yeah, hearing all that foul language makes a lasting impression on the child. It's not a good. It's not. It's not. That's not a good foundation for a child. Because then your child starts to think that that is normal. Yeah, Gizmo's a boy. Gizmo is a boy. He's a little boy. Come say hi. Come say hi, Poochie. Him is a little boy. Tell him you're a boy. And he's 7 years old. As a 7-year-old boy. Well, I'm really not a boy. I'm a man. I grown. I'm a grown man up in here. Yeah, Gizmo a little man. Him a little man? Him a little man? Him a little stinky man. Him need a bath. You might have to get a bath today because the weather is really decent. So today would be a really good day for you to get a bath. Okay? You can get a bath and we can maybe sit outside in the sun for a little while. Or you can get a bath and I can blow you dry. Okay? Because it's not cold today. Today is a good day to get a bath. You want to get a bath? Because you're so stinky. You stinky. I don't understand all that doxing. I don't. It's ridiculous to me. Like, I don't even understand how, a person would want to call somebody else's job or whatever over something that happened on YouTube. You want to get me fired or you want to call the apartment complex where I live because of something that was said on YouTube. That's just like Tracy yesterday showing up to, what are you doing? Go over there because you look like you about to throw up. Boy, you better not throw up on my live. Get down. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Let me go check on my dog. Hold on. You okay? You okay, Poochie? You okay? Stay in your house. Stay in there. You okay? Go back in there. No. Go back in there. Go back in there. Stay in there until I know you finish. Go back. You're going to be walking all over this house throwing up. Shit. Stay in there. He threw up for real, y'all. I can tell when he about to throw up. He be like, licking his mouth and stuff and kind of like hunched over like he really threw up. Oh, baby, what you eat? Stay in there for a little while. Paris said, another side note, I know this sounds crazy, but I work with Yemiya and she suggested I get hermit crabs, which I am. Is that weird? Uh, yeah. Who told you that? Who told you that? Like, how do you who told you to get hermit crabs? How did you get that? How did you come to that revelation? I'm doing well, the one in a weird dream. That would be all that I think it would be. Is just a dream. Cause I ain't never heard of that. I've never heard of the Orishas telling you to get animals. I've never heard of that. I haven't. Because if you're not made to an Orisha, and when I say made to an Orisha, I mean crowned to that Orisha, you're not getting spoken to like that. Not on that level. So a weird dream is just that. It's just a dream. Now if you want a hermit crab, um, that's fine. But I don't think Yemiya told you to um get a hermit crab. I don't think so. I mean, if you like crabs, then you just like crabs. Or if you had a strange dream, you it's just that. It's just a strange dream. Like we all have weird dreams. I have, weird dreams all the time, but I'm not going to, take a dream. Y'all know I keep looking at Gizmo to make sure he okay because it's so rare that he gets sick. Oh, now you barking at people. You just threw up, but you got a nap. I'm gonna do you like my mama used to do me. Take you a nap. You just threw up. Go to sleep. Yeah, I know that y'all like shells, but I've never, seen anywhere where she likes hermit crabs. That's something that's very um particular, very specific. Are hermit crabs they're sea creatures, right? Like, do they live in the actual water, or do they live like in the rocks that, or do they like go into the sand? Because I know they're different, they're different type of crabs. Like the crabs that we eat are water crabs, but there are some crabs that are land crabs. And if I'm not mistaken, hermit crabs are land crabs. They take a shell and use it from others. Yeah, they're sand crabs. Let me look it up because I don't even think hermit crabs are. Hermit crabs are decapod crustaceans of the superfamily Paragodia. Let me see. Dang, they live long. If in the wild, hermit crab is fortunate enough to live his life in his natural habitat, he can live up to 30 years. A crab in capacity may have a much shorter life, not even reaching a year. That's like in the pet store, it's saying that they don't live long. Yeah, that's not giving me the information that I want. Okay, here's something right here. This is from PetSmart. Okay, it says you need a 5 gallon tank, 5 gallons of space for every two crabs. The terrarium should have a hood to keep humidity in and keep your crab from escaping. So, yeah, they live in gravel and reptile bark. So, they're not even water crabs. They're like, um, they're land crabs. So, why why would Yemaya want you to take an animal that doesn't even do well in captivity to keep it in your house? That's the type of stuff that you have to look at. I don't believe that, the Orishas would want you to do that. This is just my thought now. This is my thought. Because, see, we have to look at these situations rationally. You know, sometimes dreams that we have are just that our conscious mind puts together while our brain and body is at rest. Every dream we have is not a message from the spirits or a message from the Orisha. It's just a dream. And I don't think having a pet or taking a pet that from what this article said, taking a pet that doesn't even live well in captivity, I wouldn't think that an Orisha would tell you to do that. No, these don't live in the bottom of the ocean. These live in the sand. I think these are the crabs that live on land. These are not the crabs that we eat live like at the bottom of the ocean, not the deep water. But when these people go crabbing, they drop those baskets down deep or nets or whatever to get the crabs that we eat. But these crabs are different. And I can't see Yemi y'all doing that. Yeah, most of the statues of all of the Orishas are nice, but we do have to remember that those are just someone's um, interpretation. So I don't know. That's something that um, that would be a question that you could ask your your godmother, or if you were to get a reading, that should be a question that you should bring up to the person that is doing your reading. Tell them that you had a dream, and have they ever heard of Yemaya wanting people to have hermit crabs? But I've I've never I've never heard of that, and I know many people who are literally crowned, have Yemaya for real, like crowned to Yemaya, like is a priestess of Yemaya, and they don't have any animals. Like everybody that I know that like is a Oba or priest. I know Mambo. I mean, I know a lot of people in voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, Ifa, all of these religions, and the majority of people just have regular animals like dogs, cats. I know a few people that have snakes or whatever, but they're not directly tied to the religion. They're just animals that they like. So I'm going to agree with you in saying that, yeah, that is kind of weird. But you know, do what you want to do. That's a situation that is up to you. Off topic, but may I ask, is there a good archangel or spirit like abandon to call out to while using goofer does something to charge it more when I don't know. I don't deal with archangels, and I don't know who Abaddon. I don't know who that is. I don't deal with archangels. Uh, Related to either Ifa or Santeria, I don't. Um, I don't use like Wiccan spirits, or I consider myself a witch, but I use that term loosely. Like I'm not into Wiccan at all. So I don't know the spirits and stuff that people use. I'm more into Santeria, Ifa, and Hoodoo. So if it's not a Orisha or a Loa, then I don't know. I'm not into angel spirits and archangels and the saints. The only reason why I know some of the saints is because the saints are intertwined with the Orishas because of Catholicism, and how that whole thing works. That's the only reason why I know about some of the saints. But I'm not into saints and angels. I mean, I like fairies and stuff, but I don't get into fairy worship, the fae, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not into that either. I like fairies because they're cute, but I'm not into the whole fairy kingdom and all of that kind of stuff. So that's not my thing. Yeah. I mean it's a lot. It's a lot of um there are a lot of different uh saints and demons and just a lot of different stuff that a lot of different people are involved in, and I don't believe in mixing a lot of those things together. Like people mix Christianity and Santeria or the Yoruba tradition, the Orishas and stuff. There has to be a mixture there because the majority of our, and when I say our, I mean African American people, were Christian. Our ancestors, the majority of them were forced into Christianity. Now, they still believed in, a lot of them still, believed in the Orishas, but their outward practice of religion had to be Christianity. Their hoodoo practice and voodoo practice and Santeria practice and all of that stuff was done in the dark because, the slave masters or whatever didn't want them to practice their true religion, didn't want them to speak their native tongue, practice their true religion or anything. So the only outward practice that we were safe to do was Christianity. So, of course, you can't, even though you practice Santeria or Ifa or whatever, you still have to acknowledge the fact that your ancestors were Christian. That's why I always say I believe in God. I believe in Jesus because that is part of my past. I grew up in a Christian church. I grew up Christian. So I can't just forget about that period of time in my life because I learned, and I expanded my spiritual knowledge with the Orishas. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to forget because the majority of and a lot of your ancestors have a Christian background also, so we have to honor them in that way. We kind of gotta. That's how I do it. Lady Hathor said, "I've seen people curse people using Ouija boards as well. If you really want to go deep." Yeah, I mean, I've seen Ouija boards being used for a lot of different things. And I said I was going to start doing a segment on the channel because I do have a Ouija board. I said I was going to start doing there's this whole thing on YouTube about there's this whole sector of YouTube where people do things at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I talk to the dark spirits at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, yeah, I was going to do a couple of Ouija board videos and join that little, I don't want to call it a cult, but join the little sector on YouTube doing the 3 o'clock in the morning videos because, people think this is funny. But they've always said that 3 o'clock in the morning is a very spiritual time. Between 12 and 3 o'clock. My mama said it was the witching hour. So during the witching hours, where people who did their dark magic or whatever, that was the time that they you know, would do that because supposedly, I guess the veil between this realm and the spiritual realm is supposed to kind of be the thinnest between between those hours, and it's easier to communicate with the spirits. So people, like to do what they're gonna do during those hours. They like to do their spirit work in the dark. In between 12 and 3 o'clock in the morning is, a good time to do it, because the majority of people, y'all sleep. I always say it, y'all sleep. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning doing my dirt. And a lot of people, believe that. So I might do a couple of my Ouija board um, videos. Yeah. Some people say between 12 and 4, 12 and 3, but it's during that, time, the witching hours. But there's a whole sector of YouTube where people, make those type of videos. I'm doing so and so at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking to the spirits at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing my Ouija board at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, yeah, I should break my Ouija board out and do a 3 o'clock in the morning um video. But I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. But I know one thing. If I babe act crazy, cause see, I'm not gonna be no whole bunch of female dogs and garden tools. I'm not gonna be that. That's what I'm not gonna be. Cause I ain't never been no garden tool. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no shovel. I ain't never been one of them. And I'm not gonna be one. And I'm not the right person to call a female dog. Especially if I ain't call you one. So I'm trying to keep this classy, but I'm like T.S. Madison's manager. If you want to get froggy, you know what you could do, girl. Cause I didn't keep it classy. But I'm real about mine. And once I get started, y'all think I did Jay Wilson dirty. 2020, honey, I done came with some new tricks. Y'all think I did him dirty. Girl, as far as I'm concerned. When you say something out of pocket, it don't make no sense to get mad because you said it. It's on your video. You said that. So just stand in it. And don't get mad at people when they call you out on it. So she was cool. She talked about some other people, but she didn't say nothing about me because, honey, I will put you in one of these. I will put you right up in here with this person that I got up in here with all these peppers and devil's shoestring and child, there's so much stuff in here. I don't even know what's in here. Y'all remember what's in here? Because I think I made a video with this. I can't even open this. This one of them situations that every now and then I just gotta come and shake it up. I'm gonna have to bury this because there's so much stuff in here. I don't even want to open it. I can see some bay leaves. I think it's some bay leaves in there. I know it's some chili peppers because you can see the peppers. Child, I'll throw you in there with that person. I sure will. So I'm gonna go, y'all. Check on my baby. He look like he okay. You okay, Poo Poo? You okay? You just got nauseous? Huh? You all right? Because I ain't really seen nothing come up. It was just, it wasn't nothing serious. You all right? Hmm? You okay? I'm going to let you out. Thank y'all. I love you guys. I'm going to, I think I got to put this outside. Ooh, this got some strong energy. I just shook it up. I'm going to put this outside. Because, put that outside. Let it do what it's going to do out there in the, let it do what it's going to do. I'm about to go rest for a little while. Leah not here, huh? Leah, I got your shirt on if you watch this video. Stockton, California, Leah. We out here, Leah, representing. I went to Stockton, y'all. Which is only, what, an hour away from where I live, and you will swear to God that I went on a real trip representing for Stockton. That's like going from here to San Francisco and then coming back with a t-shirt. But I got t-shirts from almost every Bay Area city that I have been to. We representing for Stockton. Bootsy Stockton. All right, I love you guys. I'm about to go and catch up on some of my other videos. I'm pretty sure Timothy Blaine will probably be on later on today because he hasn't been here so far this morning. And thank you all for supporting that video. I guess I'm gonna have to make more like YouTube videos and talk about these YouTube people because those videos get a lot of views. Y'all be saying y'all want me to be spiritual, but you don't. You want me to be messy. Y'all like the messy videos. I don't blame you though, because I do too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I like it too. So we gonna, we gonna do some messy videos, and then we gonna do some real videos, and we gonna, we gonna throw them in there together. We're gonna keep it real, throw them in there together, so we can all have a good time. Okay, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. I gotta go see what's really in there just in case I gotta clean up something. So I'll talk to you guys